early. It's much easier to get a battle in than later on, and there we go. So we're gonna try out this FARFETCHD deck. And now, Julian, top 5 current picks for Dallas. Top 5 picks, probably in no particular order: Trevenant, Night March, Zoroark, Lycanroc, Lone Zoroark, and Seismitoad Zoroark. All of those decks could potentially be options here. And wow, our hand is okay. It's not too great, but it can be okay, I guess. And yep, today is English, and then tomorrow we will feature different decks, but in Spanish. And ooh, you're using Sylveon. Okay. Sylveon is definitely not a meta deck, I guess. Our hand is really, really bad though. So I'm gonna Float Stone. Losing all of this energy really sucks, but I guess we have to make do. So let's use Sycamore and Maneater VGC. We can definitely play. We can definitely play. Okay. So I really don't see how we managed to beat my opponent's deck at this point. Trainer Chip, thanks so much for the host. That's very kind of you. And now I'm gonna retreat into the Tapu Koko, and then we have the potential to Black Ray GX if my opponent for some reason doesn't evolve. We could take a knockout with Prismatic Burst, or not anymore. And yeah, my opponent's deck is a discarding resources kind of deck. And then, ooh, FARFETCHD. Okay, so if he doesn't have the fairy, wow, he doesn't have the fairy. We ourselves discarded the Enhanced Hammer, so we would really like to get rid of my opponent's energy. But we have a small opening here, and there we go. We top deck the Professor Kukui, and FARFETCHD is gonna take its first victim of the day. Wow. FARFETCHD actually took a win. I am very surprised. Yeah, Trey, so the whole idea behind the deck, and good game, Hamid. So anyone else who wants to send a challenge, feel free. The whole idea behind the FARFETCHD deck is to spread a lot of damage and then have FARFETCHD take the last hit needed to take knockouts. So, and it also has like a small potential for a dunk if your opponent, or like to start pressuring the 60 HP basics with the Fighting Fury Belt and with Professor Kukui. You have the 50 damage for a single energy. So yeah, FARFETCHD MVP. And Hamid, I usually only do one person per stream, so we can play again tomorrow with a different deck. But for now, I think I'll wait for someone else. Okay. If we have like a 3-minute pause and then no one's sending a challenge, then yeah, feel free to send a challenge again. But right now, anyone else who's watching and who wants to challenge the FARFETCHD deck with a fun deck, hopefully, please feel free to do so. So yeah, all standard decks if possible. Yes, all standard decks. So yeah, as you can see, guys, this is a FARFETCHD deck. We have the Tapu Koko, we have the Necrozma, we have the 4 FARFETCHD, we have the Spiritomb, and hello David Allen, thank you so much for being here. We have the Necrozma, we have the Spiritomb to rearrange counters to leave everything in FARFETCHD range. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out for us. We lose the coin flip, but we really don't mind going second because we have the potential to start attacking with FARFETCHD, and there we go. So no Professor Kukui to go with that, but FARFETCHD can start swinging for 50 damage immediately. Perfect, Atre. I'm glad that you made such a deck. Hello, GD. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're up against Rainbow Road. So very decent start for my opponent Doogie. He already has a Floatstone. And yeah, viewer battles today indeed. Viewer battles today indeed. Tabletop Village, thank you so much for the host. And as always, thank you so much for the sponsorship and bringing this series back. It's really, really awesome. Okay, so my opponent got the double elixir already on the Cernius, which is very scary. So in order to support the Farfetch'd, I'm running this Crushing Hammers. But we flip double tails, so that's just not gonna work out for us. I wish he had attached that DC, that way we could have removed it. And if I had an energy, I think I would go after the Joltik with my Farfetch'd, but because we don't, we just have to Sycamore here, and then we get a Psychic, we get the Fighting Fury Belt, we get a Necrozma as well. So I think I'm gonna lead with Farfetch'd here, and I'm also going to attach the Fighting Fury Belt, because right now Cernius' Rainbow Force is dealing 70 damage. We have 110 HP, so he needs 2 more basic Pokemon in order to knock us out, which I would imagine is going to be very easy for him, but the 60 damage is okay, I guess. And then after Farfetch'd goes down, we can start spreading damage with Tapu Koko, and then hopefully that'll set up the Spiritomb very nicely. So the damage output from Farfetch'd could be important. Andrea, hello, thank you so much for being here. And Joshua Marsden, I will add you after this game for sure. Count on it. I will definitely add you after this game. And okay, now my opponent has more than enough Pokemon on his bench to counter or to knock out the Farfetch'd. Enough types rather, not Pokemon, enough types. And there's a Rainbow Force. Okay. So hopefully this won't be the last we see of Farfetch'd this game. Now the counter energy is activated, so we get to spread damage here. I'm gonna bench the Necrozma, and I'm gonna attach a Fighting Fury Belt to it, and then I'm gonna Sycamore. And okay, so we do get an enhanced. We also get to bench Farfetch'd. We get to set up another Tapu Koko potentially. And now we are going to spread. So if I attach the Fighting Fury Belt, that could be a way to get a knockout. I think I'm just gonna Flying Flip here. I'm gonna save the Fighting Fury Belt for something else. And the Flying Flip's pretty good here. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be very challenging to win. Now, if we find a a double colorless or a counter energy next turn, we can actually knock out this Cernius with Professor Kukui, which is really nice. This Wonder Tag might be for a Guzma to take down the Necrozma, which I actually wouldn't mind. Yep, there's a Guzma. Or he could target Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is also a threat. No, not really. There's a Guzma. There's gonna be the knockout on the Necrozma, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 types. This is actually, oh, it is a knockout. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the choice band, the choice band. That's what I'm missing, the choice band. Okay, but we actually have knockout on this Cernius, so that's really, really good for us. And we immediately get to, okay, so this is important because we immediately get to replace the Necrozma. We also get to attach onto it. We get to attach the Fighting Fury Belt as well to ensure that he survives. We also want to attach this, and then I'm gonna first instruct, but I have to play the Professor Kukui. Ooh, if I flip heads here, that's gonna be crazy. No, 3 tails. Okay, so, okay, the enhanced hammer works as well. There we go. So we have the Berserker Kukui, we're gonna flank flip for 40 damage, the Xerneas is gonna go down, and then we're setting up some damage where we can use Black Ray GX, and then Farfetch'd can maybe finish off my opponent's Pokemon. So there's an energy, there's an N, so we lose the DC, but we get extra cards. There is currently 100 damage in play for us. You see an elixir that presumably hits. No, it doesn't. Counter energy, it doesn't work on Necrozma in the sense that it gives it 2 energy, but it can still be attached to GX Pokemon. So it works out nicely. And yeah, things are actually looking okay. If I use Black Ray GX and I place 300 more damage on the board, we will be in an okay spot, I believe. So that's a plan. Now, I'm gonna use Escape Rope to disrupt my opponent a little bit. Hopefully he'll be a little afraid of promoting the Xerneas, although he really shouldn't be. Yeah, he promotes the Tapu Lele, which is great for us. Really, really great. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna play the Nest Ball, but I'm not... Ooh, I could grab the Spiritomb already. I only have 1 counter energy left though, so I need to save that. I need to protect the Spiritomb, definitely. And then I will bench the other Farfetch'd. I will instruct for 1 card. And hello Axel, thank you so much for being here. And now we are going to place actually 310 damage on the board because of the Fighting Fury Belt. So that's really neat. That does leave Tapu Lele in range of Farfetch'd. It leaves Volcanion in range of Farfetch'd. And hello Alan, thank you so much for being here as well. Thank you to all of you guys who are here right now. Okay, so there's Zork using its trade ability. Now my opponent needs to find a Floatstone, a Guzma, or a Floatstone, a Guzma, or he won't be able to attack this turn. Okay. There's the Guzma. Goes after the Farfetch'd, but actually isn't able to knock it out. Okay. So, 90 HP. Ooh. Okay, so either we... Okay, this Escape Rope is huge. Either we spread damage or Farfetch'd takes a knockout here. Either we spread damage or Farfetch'd takes another victim here. Oh, he brings up the Zoroark. So that's the only Pokemon we can't actually knock out. But what I could do is attack it for 50. And then another spread means it gets knocked out. So let's have Farfetch'd. Let's give Farfetch'd some more use. So we're gonna Leak Slap here for 50. Now that Zoroark is gonna go down to any spread we do, which is really nice. There's the Floatstone, okay. Maybe I should have spread and then use Farfetch'd. There's a Guzma, okay. Now we're in a lot of trouble, because my opponent takes a knockout here. I'm in the Necrozma, and unless we find exactly Spiritomb and the counter energy this turn, we are not going to be able to win this match. If I had actually spread, I could have knocked out this Xerneas with Electric Ball. So that was my bad. See, the thing is, if I bench this in order to instruct, then I won't have space for the I won't have space. I won't have space for the Spiritomb, so I'm still gonna instruct. Nope. So Farfetch'd almost did something. The issue were the Guzmas. My opponent always found the Guzma when he needed it. So yeah, we tried. We definitely tried. Farfetch'd didn't take a knockout though, unfortunately. It did hit for some damage. Okay, so let me accept Master Empoleon, and then whoever wants to send me another challenge, please feel free to do so. I will be using the... We would have had an okay chance at winning the match. And there we go. Okay, so apparently Farfetch'd against Dodrio. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so can you not do the Farfetch'd deck in TCG 1 or something like that? Yeah, I mean, I could have done a Legacy Farfetch'd deck, but yeah, there are honestly no good Farfetch'd cards, honestly. And you are the Dodrio Master, OPGO Stritch. Okay. Well, I'll take a look at your Dodrio deck here, and then we'll see how mine compares to yours after this match, because then I'll start taking challenges with the Dodrio deck that I built. Okay, so we start Farfetch. We're not going first, meaning we won't be using Leak Slap on turn 1, but we can Lily, and we have the Professor Kukui to possibly take a knockout. Ooh, it is Rowlet. Okay. You're an ostrich. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna bench Necrozma. I'm gonna play Floatstone on Necrozma, and probably will play the counter energy on the Farfetch'd just to draw an extra card off of the Lily. And Lily on turn 1, pretty nice here. Pretty nice. We got a Tapu Koko. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the message. Thank you for your support, obviously. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kind words, OPG Ostrich, and I hope you find I hope not only you like the content, but you also find it useful as well. That's the most important thing to me, that you guys find my content useful, because the whole idea behind my channel is to showcase cool strategies and hopefully decent plays, I guess, in order to become a better competitive player. And wow, we see Mr. Mime. Okay, Mr. Mime is definitely annoying to deal with here, but it's not the end of the world, I don't think. So I'm gonna Professor Kukui, that way I get the knockout on the Rowlet. I do find a Fighting Fury Belt, and oh my gosh, these people from American Express, I hate them. They just keep calling me every day. Stop calling me. Damn, hate them. Okay, so we take a knockout on the first Rowlet, and there are a lot of bird Pokemon in my opponent's deck. And we see the double, the Doduo, and then there's only one legal standard Dodrio as far as I know. And yep, there it is. I built a deck, the Dodrio deck, with this Dodrio as well, but I'm actually focusing on attacking with it. And okay, so if we use Kuzma here, we can bring up the Mr. Mime. The issue is that he has free retreats. From one streamer to another, good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun to you too, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach. I used Leak Slap this turn, correct? So all I can do is retreat. So I'm gonna use Professor Kukui once again. That way I get the knockout here on the duo. We are now 2 prizes ahead. And don't wanna bench the other Necrozma just yet. I'm just gonna Leak Slap here and get the knockout. Okay. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 less. So we can Guzma the trio to kind of trap it. But what I really want is to Guzma up the Mr. Mime and knock it out with Prismatic Burst. Because if I attach a DCE to the Necrozma, then I can just discard the energy, I deal 70 damage, and that's a knockout on the Mr. Mime. Ooh, we see a Sharp Blade Quill, so no Decidueye for my opponent, which is a little bit unfortunate, I guess. No, we are ahead in prices, so the counter energy are just not gonna be useful here. Excuse me, thank you. So what do I do here? Okay, let's try to remove the energy. We flip Tails, and we flip another Tails. So no 50-50 for us. No 50-50 for us. Do I just Sycamore here? If I Sycamore... If I Sycamore, what do I gain here? I can see the kilobytes per second dropping. And therefore the drop frames increasing. I'm so sorry guys, I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's focus on the match. I think I'm just gonna Sycamore here. If I get a Fighting Fury Belt and a DCE, I do take a knockout on the Dartrix with Necrozma, and I am okay with that. Because we deal exactly 80 damage with Prismatic Burst, so that's really nice. And then we don't have the Psychic energy anymore. We do have the Guzma, but we need the Psychic to take a knockout on the Mr. Mime. Otherwise, we can just Black Ray GX the Tapu Lele and then knock it out with Farfetch'd potentially. There's an N, however. Probably should have benched the Oranguru. Probably should have benched the Oranguru. And there, we are back to 1100 kilobytes per second, so hopefully the drop in quality was not too great. Okay, there's a Rowlet. Retreats into the Dodrio and passes. Okay. So yeah, the issue is going to be, how do we finish this game? Probably not with Spiritomb, because we are ahead in price cards. So I'm just gonna take over here. Goodbye to the 2 Farfetch'd. That's okay. We did not find a Psychic energy. We do find Guzmas. With the Nest Ball. Yeah, it happens, man. Definitely happens. Okay, maybe I could use Oranguru actually. If I use Black Ray GX, I literally do 0 damage here. But do I just lose my energy? That would be pretty bad. That would be really, really bad here. I might just have to Pot Smash a lot. I'm gonna Tapu Koko, I'm gonna bench this guy, and I think I'm gonna just pass here. I don't want to lose the DC on the Necrozma. I think it could still be important. We see a Dartrix and a pass. Oh, okay. So, if I retreat, I do deal 40 to Dodu. I think that's what I have to do here. And then hunt down the Dodrio with my Tapu Koko. Probably should have done it the previous turn. Because I do have the double Kuzma to hunt it down. No spread to the bench. Ooh, there's a Decidueye now. That's an issue. How are we ever going to take down the Decidueye? Oh no, and he's going after the Farfetch'd. That's not cool. That is not cool. Okay, let's hunt down the Dodrio. Yeah, it seems like a good strategy here. And I'll attach the Fighting Fury Belt. That way I get the knockout with the Flying Flip. There we go. There's the Nest Ball. That's my prize card. Nothing too impressive. And then let me see an Ultra Ball. Okay, good top deck for my opponent. Ultra Ball for Lele. Even more important to just get rid of the Mr. Mime. If we are able to get rid of the Mr. Mime, we might be able to close out the game with the Necrozma here. So our goal is to get rid of the Mr. Mime. That's the goal for this game. Here we see a Super Rod. Dartrix, Rowlet, and Doduo. All the early prizes that Farfetch'd took could actually be very impactful here. So yeah, it was obviously very hard to do a whole deck based on Farfetch'd. But we're gonna try. There's the energy on the Mr. Mime, so yeah, my opponent very smartly just decides to protect the Mr. Mime. How many energy though is that? That's 3 basic grass. Do we think he has more? If I Guzma here, okay, I'm down to 2 prize cards. So I don't necessarily have to go after the Mr. Mime actually. Because he will have a GX attacker attacking me, right? At some point. So as long as I'm able to power up the Necrozma, that should be good enough. So I'm gonna attach this and I'm just gonna deal 30 damage to the Tapu Lele. He says he's beat Turbo Dark with this deck a lot. Okay. That Doduo is really cute, right? Yeah. It looks really funny and really cute. Okay, so we see another Feather Arrow. So my opponent's first knockout is on the Farfetch'd. But we actually have game. No, we don't. We don't have game. Oh no, Guzma. Okay. The Guzma is annoying. If I use Prismatic Burst with Professor Cuckoo and Fighting Fury Belt, that's 130 damage. I feel like Energy Denial is just gonna be our friend here. Okay, so let's deny the energy. And then let's... I feel like if I do this, my opponent has 2 cards. If I do this, I might end up... Well, I still have a Guzma left, so the Guzma is gonna be the key card here. The Guzma is going to be the key card here. That will get us a win. So the question is, do I use Prismatic Burst or do I use Black Ray GX? How many more energy does my opponent has? He's gonna set up the Dodrio though. Okay, I feel like I should do as much damage as possible here. Ooh, let's flip heads now. Yes. Okay. And then we're just gonna use Instruct. I want to get closer to the Guzma as soon as possible. And then we're gonna Prismatic Burst here for 130. And now we've set up the Farfetch'd knockout. That's gonna be our goal. For Farfetch'd to take the last 2 prizes in this match. We see a Lily, we see another DCE. The DCE, it's gonna deal 100 damage. Plus 20 more. Necrozma will be at 180, but thanks to the Fighting Fury Belt, it will survive the hit. There's another Doduo, and there's the Energy Drive. So that Tapu Lele is our goal here. We have another hammer for his energy, and then 5 basics and 2 special. So I'm gonna attach here. and I think I'm okay. I'm gonna instruct. Farfetch'd is the key to winning here. Ooh, the counter energy. Counter energy is not good enough here, so I'm using Sycamore basically just to get close to this Guzma. That's all I want here. So I'm gonna play the Floatstone here. I'm gonna play a Floatstone here. I'm gonna play a Fighting Fury Belt here, and I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. No, I'm gonna Prismatic Burst. If he takes a knockout, that's fine. All we need is to hunt down the Tapu Lele on the bench, and we have the Guzma and we have the energy to do so. So can we pull this off? Can we actually take a win with Farfetch'd in a mostly legit game? The energy denial was also pretty clutch, and we're gonna be using literally almost every card from our deck. Literally almost every card. There's the first Feather Arrow. There's an end, but that's why I played so many cards down, because I wanted to get as close as possible with Orankuru. There's a Guzma, so there we go. We actually are able to win here. Somehow, some way, we are actually able to win. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Tabletop Village, for bringing this series back. It's so fun to use this out of the norm decks. It's really cool, and we're gonna have Farfetch'd take the last knockout, and we're even going to use Pot Smash. Well played. Pot Smash for the win. How often, when has this ever happened before? Pot Smash for the win.